Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Anthony Lyons with another video. Today's video is going to be on the installation of door speakers on today's vehicle. This is a 2016 Kia Forte, and I'm going to be putting in component speakers, tweeters in the dash, and 6.5-inch speakers in the doors. But this video is primarily to show what it takes to put speakers in the doors of today. They're not as basic as they used to be. Requires a little bit of work. So let me get this door panel off and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Stay tuned. All right, so here we go. Well, here's the door panel off. Again, this is a 6.5-inch speaker that I'm going to be replacing. And as you can see with the factory speaker, you have 4 screws through this plastic spacer unit, I guess you can call it. It's an all-in-one, so the speaker itself is actually attached in, I guess you can say molded, or within the spacer. So what has to happen with the new speaker is this has to be replicated and built up to the same exact space here to fit properly and to get proper sound in the vehicle. So I have some ABS plastic and some, in this case, some birch. I use birch. I want to stay away from MDF because any moisture in MDF, it will split. So to get the thickness that I need, which I believe it's 1.25 inches, I would use ABS plastic and 3/4 inch birch, and then I'll paint it and to get that the same effect as the factory door panel. So let me go ahead and put that together and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Stay tuned. All right, so what we got here is, like I mentioned earlier, we have the new spacer that I created out of ABS, as well as the 3/4 inch birch plywood. Got the holes drilled out, so it uses the same factory bolts. As you can tell, here's the speaker out. They're about the same height now. I mean, obviously that's the magnet in there for that, but to put these together, I used the some glue. This is called CA glue from Mobile Solutions. Shout out to Mobile Solutions. Glue those together, and then just for some added strength, put some screws on the backside. Let's get these in the car, and you can see these new 6.5-inch Polk speakers and how they look compared to the factory speaker. Stay tuned. And there we go. We have the Polk Audio 6.5-inch installed. The spacers installed, again, using the same factory bolt patterns, bolt holes, screw holes, whatever you want to call it. Again, this is a basic install. If you get lucky, you could find some spacers that some manufacturers make that you can use, or you just make your own. Again, I would definitely advise not to use any MDF. Make sure whatever you use, it's either plastic or some form of wood that, like birch, that does really good with the elements, especially here in Washington. We got a lot of moisture, so stay away from MDF. I hope this video gives a little bit of insight. I mean, there's a whole lot of videos out there on how-tos, but just want to give a small, short video on how we have to do these basic speaker installs nowadays. Seems to be the norm. Again, this is a 2016 Kia Forte, but pretty much almost all vehicles nowadays, this is what is required, unless you get really lucky. Again, this is Anthony Lyons, AL Designs. Please click like, subscribe, and stay tuned for a lot more content by AL Designs. Stay tuned.